Looking forward to another chapter of the Galleywood coming up at Warrnambool. Who can forget Saunter Boy going back to back?
The favourite, St Arnica and out and dreaming. Saunter Boy lengthens. They come to the line. Saunter Boy, St Arnica in the middle. He's fighting. Saunter Boy, the outside goes to him. And Saunter Boy wins the Galleywood.
What a race. Saunter Boy was beaten as a short price favourite last year. He delivers in a thrilling Galleywood.
Saunter Boy, he's wobbling around. He goes to Babylon. Instigator tries hard. Glenford Lad can't win. Saunter Boy for back-to-back Galleywoods. He's looking all right for mine. Saunter Boy, 1.5, 2 lengths. Saunter Boy, you bloody beauty. Saunter Boy was too good.
What a champ he is. He goes back to back. He lumps 71 and lumps all of the hopes of the big crowd here. He used to be grey. I'd argue he's white. He is magnificent. Saunter Boy. He is at $1.75 and $2 different scenario this year. Shane Jackson alongside me, and we are riding the chase with Tommy Ryan. This vision's just absolutely awesome.
It is. You're just passing my house on the left. It's great to have this helmet cam footage. I think that they should have it all race days. You know, it gives a great insight to the people sitting at home, just how testing tracks like this are, how big the jumps are, and the job that these jockeys do, you know, manoeuvring horses around this course. Yeah.
And downhill, this must be, you're flying downhill here.
Yeah, you're really trapping down there. The horses start to freewheel, and it's a steep downhill. So yeah, even though the two jumps at the bottom of the hill are only hurdles, they're quite small. It's very tricky, and you're trying to turn as well, so everything's going against you, you know, to get around that bend, and that's why it's beneficial for horses to have plenty of schools and trials around the course.
Oh, isn't this incredible vision then we're going to see tomorrow? That vision as you come around the corner, that hill ahead of you will be absolutely packed for the Grand Annual, and hopefully we'll be able to have jockey cam for the Annual. That'll be a sight.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're using them for most races, so it'd be brilliant to have. Even if you could have a couple in the Annual, you know, if you had one back in the field and one forward in the field, you know, it's probably a bit boring if it's on a horse that leads, but a horse in the middle of the field where you can see where the winner may have come from or where a horse makes a mistake, you know, it's a real insight.
We've got to get Tommy just to keep his head a little stiller into the future, don't we?
The old head bob, yeah, the reins flapping.
Would you have worn it back in the day?
Yeah, I never got asked to wear it, but I would have wore it for sure, yeah. I was wanting to use GoPros here for a while on the trials, but they brought in a rule and they wouldn't let us use them for some silly reason, as they do. But no, I think Steve Pateman wore one in the Grand Annual one year I rode in it, and there was some good footage of that, but yeah, no, it's good.
Absolutely brilliant. All right, into the mounting yard we go for the first of our feature. Used to be known as one of our Warrnambool May features for 2024 is the Sovereign Resort Galleywood Hurdle, won last year in thrilling circumstances by Saunter Boy at $1.75, lumping 71 kilos and going back to back after winning the year before with 70.5. No 70 kilos plus today. A very even field. Into the mounting yard we go. We'll start with horse number 5 here, Out and Dreaming, Andrew Noblet and Will Gordon.
Yeah, good little horse, Out and Dreaming. He's a feature winner, jumps very well, consistent. He hasn't been, you know, on the jumping winners list in quite a while, but he has the ability, and you wouldn't be surprised to see him fighting out to finish.
Presents in good order today. His action's excellent. He's really nice and loose and free in the way that he's moving. Very deep girth on this horse. Overall conditions good. Healthy shine to his coat.
Will Gordon won the race in 2021 on the Statesman. Here is Rising Renown, Aaron Purcell, who won the race with 2 hats for Biggie in 2018. Teams up with Luke Dempsey here.
Yeah, Rising Renown, you know, he was a good winner at Ballarat. He beat El Diaz, who won the feature race at Pakenham. He's well capable, this horse. He might be a little bit below some of the better ones here, but he'll get a good steer from Luke Dempsey.
Nice deep barreled type of horse. He's obviously extremely fit from recent racing. It's just that he's the kind of build that carries a little bit of weight around his midsection. He's lovely and relaxed in the yard, and his coat's in good order. He's moving well. We
move down to horse number 9 in Pure Deal, who was a maiden hurdle winner this time last year. Now has a crack at a Galleywood for Bevan Lamming and Aaron Lynch.
Yeah, he's one of the main players here. I think the soft conditions really play into his hands. Aaron Lynch on board. Yeah, I think he's going to be given the favour to shake up.
He's a gorgeous, handsome horse, this. He's got a lovely head on him. He's in really nice condition. His skin's beautiful. He's looking really healthy. His fitness is right where it needs to be.
Well, Tiako brought one horse down for a win yesterday. Now they have the Mighty Spa in the Galleywood for Mark Walker and Willie McCarthy.
Yeah, both these horses were short price favourites of Pakenham. Both got beaten, and their first winner was very impressive yesterday. It looked like it took a lot of improvement from Pakenham. If this horse has done the same, he's a handy horse.
Lovely and healthy in the skin, this bloke. I didn't obviously see him when he presented at Pakenham, but from a fitness point of view, I can't really fault him. He's moving really nicely. He's got a lovely, healthy shine to him.
Horse number 11 is Port Guillaume for the Hayes boys. Chris McCarthy, they decided to take the blinkers off him today. He ran in an Adelaide Cup 2 starts ago.
Yeah, he's obviously a quality flat horse. You know, the proof is in the pudding. He jumps well. I just wonder, is he the most genuine horse getting around?
Hopefully the fences switch him back on again, Shane, but he presents in really nice order here today. He looks lovely and fit. He's calm. He's walking really nicely. Good free action. He looks well.
Kieran Maher won the race back-to-back with Saunter Boy and also with Big Blue, looking for his 4th Galleywood. He has Chains of Honour.
Yeah, I think he's out of it here, Chains of Honour. Luca Rendemont takes the ride. A great opportunity for Luca to ride in a feature race in his first season here, but I don't see this horse featuring in the finish.
I leave myself open to be criticised here, but I feel like this horse has just got a little bit of improvement to come. He's obviously just first jumps race in a long time. I feel like there's some natural fitness to come after this.
Let's move back to horse number 1, who has the equal top weight. It is Blandford Lad. He has 69 kilos. He has Tom Ryan, trained by Peter Gallagher.
Yeah, he's one of those horses and he's hard to follow. Blessed with ability, you know, he could win this race with his head on his chest if he put his mind to it, but most of the times he doesn't put his mind to it.
Good rich colour to him. He's got a really nice healthy shine. He's moving well. He's another horse that just carries that little bit of weight around his midsection, but he presents in really nice order today and he's fit from recent racing, so he presents really well.
Well, history awaits Simon Wilde. This is the only feature Simon Wilde hasn't trained the winner of the Galleywood, so he would join Kevin Lafferty with the Grand Slam of features at the Bull. Fabulot, Aaron Carew.
I think he can tick it off the bucket list today. I think Fabulot I think he's going to be damn hard to beat. He didn't go quite quick enough at Pakenham, I felt. He'll lead here, he'll go a solid tempo, and the way the rail is, he'll really be hard to get past in the straight.
He's got a beautiful, honest face, this horse. I really am quite taken by him as he walks really close by me in the yard. He's in good order. His coat's just a little bit wintry, but that's not going to slow him down. It appears to be nice and healthy there, and he's obviously extremely fit from recent racing. I think he presents really well.
And then we get to the last runner, and that is El Diaz, the son of All Too Hard, and for Eric Musgrove, he's won this great race on 3 occasions.
You'd love to own this horse. He's the most consistent horse getting around. He might never be remembered as a champion, but he won a feature race last start. He'll always be there in the finish, and Darrell Horner rides him brilliantly.
He looks great, this horse, lovely and healthy in the skin. He's obviously extremely fit. He's had a number of runs over this kind of trip this time round, following a great win at Pakenham last start. He presents in really nice order.
He won the champion novice hurdle 2 years ago, El Diaz. So we've seen the 5, we've seen 6. We haven't assessed number 7 in Dr. Dependable.
Yeah, another one of Eric's that's very well schooled, has plenty of experience. Unusual, Richie. I don't know who's riding this when he won on El Diaz last start, but maybe it was to do with the weight. I'm not sure there, but I can't see him featuring, and I can't see him troubling the favourites.
Very classical type of jumper, this horse. He's a tall sort of fellow with the right sort of shape to be a nice horse. He presents in really good order. He's nice and fit. He's got nice tone there over his midsection. He looks well.
And the lucky last, Amy McDonald saddles up number 8 in Sky Hero, husband Lee Horner taking the ride.
Yeah, this horse has been around. Richie Cully used to train. He's had a few goes over jumps. Jumps very well. I sometimes wonder if he's the most genuine horse. Amy Mack has him going well now, and he's coming off a good flat win last start at Cranbourne.
Great to see him win first up over his staying trip, and he's taken nice natural improvement from that. I think his fitness is right where it needs to be. He's got a lovely healthy shine to his coat. He's just getting a tiny bit wintry on his belly, but he looks particularly healthy.
All right, Jacko, let's put him into some sort of order. Who wins the 2024 Galleywood Hurdle?
Some sort of order is right as a
on screen, or visit the website.
The Tangerine Army are represented here by the Mighty Spa. Ben Gleeson, great to see you for you and Mark Walker. What do you think today?
We're as hopeful as we were yesterday. Both these horses have progressed along together very nicely from their run at Pakenham. Schooled up together just as equally. So yesterday was a good confidence booster for this fella.
Yeah, and yesterday's winner looked like it took a lot of benefit from the first up run, so you'd be hoping the same here.
Yeah, correct. They're galloping Saturday morning. They were head and head, and we've put a nose roll on both of them just to sharpen them up and have them on the bunny, so to say. And hopefully Willie can get a lovely seat in behind the leader and be close enough on the corner.
Now, did you design this plan? Did you say to Mark, hey, I tell you what, the Warrnambool May Carnival, you need to have some jumpers?
Well, he is incredibly jealous that he's not here, to be honest. So the excitement in his voice was probably just as high as it was when Imperatrice was winning. Really? After that winning. Yeah, he loves it, Mark. So he can't wait to get over here next year. And it's just given us a good confidence boost that there's a few jumpers at home that can come over here, and hopefully in years to come we'll have a good team.
That's right. Well, you would have come down here with Danny for many years and land some great wins.
Yeah, correct. We won the Wangoon with Order of Command, and so we had a pretty good time on the flat. So it's even more exciting to be part of the jumps with Tiako.
Yeah, and the atmosphere still builds. So Mark's been sitting at home, is he, watching on?
Yeah, correct. I think he was in the office yesterday yelling and screaming, which he was so up and about. So it's all in the theme of Warrnambool. Yeah, when Johnny Galvin, well, he thrilled us with his most stylish man at Warrnambool history, I think. Correct. It's some beautiful Kiwi fashion. And he would have got best dressed if there was a competition.
Mate, good luck today. Great to see you here.
Thanks, Richo.
Awesome.
Hey, Richo, you talk about royalty when it comes to jumps racing. This bloke's now a flat superstar, but he just kind of sauntered past the commentary desk here. Johnny Allen, he's won 5 of these Gallywoods. Johnny, this is a pretty special race to you over the journey.
Yeah, look, it was a good hunting ground for me. I did have a few sitting steers now, a few years around. They were pretty good horses, but the race was very good to me, and it's always it's a very exciting race. It's probably the best hurdle race of the year, I think. So, hopefully there'll be another good edition of it this year.
And they run this race really fast, don't they?
Yeah, look, it's probably, I suppose this is the National, but the National's over a bit more of a trip, whereas this is probably true speed, 2 mile, and best jumper and quickest horse normally wins. So, as I said, he normally takes a classy enough horse to win a Galleywood, and it looks a pretty even race this time around.
Well, what's the one that stands out for you, mate, out of those 5?
Yeah, I think Gotta Take Care. It was my first one. He was probably the first real good horse I've rode around here, and got a big thrill the year he won it.
Love it, mate. Great to have a little insight. Who are you tipping here, anything?
I'm not sure. Possibly Simon Wiles' horse. His team are in good form. He'll be out in front and he'll take a bit of catching.
Good to always have a chat, mate. Good luck for the rest of the day for you too, buddy.
Cheers, brother.
Oh, Johnny Allen, he's a star, isn't he? Absolute star. And I think what's he wanted? We got that right, Richo, because you are the king of stats. You are the doyen of stats.
I think he won one by default.
Yeah, we've had because we had the retrospective, which it was only settled like a long, long way out. That was the 2012 winner. Is no longer the 2012 winner. You did right as always. You've nailed it again. You've nailed it again.
The preparation that I've put into today, Richo, has been just first class, mate.
At least you could have shaved.
The one thing Johnny Allen said about that race, he said, I might have ran second, but I still got the money for winning it.
Yeah, correct. So there we go. A big moment in the career of Simon Wild. He gets an opportunity to join the absolute great in Kevin Lafferty and win all of the 5 features. And he'd be the only one in the modern day to be able to do it. And that'd be a huge achievement for him.
And speaking to him earlier, he is so excited and so pumped to do this. I think it would be a massive bucket list thing for him. So, so good on him.
He's a beauty. Here we go. The Galleywood Hurdle of 2024. The best in the business to call it. Rick McIntosh.
Thanks, Richo. No Saunter Boy this year. He would have been going for 3, but he's been retired, as was the pre-race favourite Bedford, who was retired yesterday and withdrawn from the race. So Fabulot starts a popular elect. There's been some kind of move for Port Guillaume. $14 into $6.50 since the parade. Some money in a feature race. Rising Renown goes up, so does Sky Hero. And Pure Deal, who started the carnival last year with a win in the first race, the maiden hurdle, to go in, along with Fabulot. Kura off a jumps double yesterday. Takes in Fabulot. Pure Deal joins them. The Sovereign Resort Galleywood, 11 runners, 3,200 metres. They're jumping 11, and they're away. Fabulot jumped out pretty well. He's got some company early on though with the Mighty Spar. Aldeas is holding a spot on the inside. Out and Dreaming goes forward. Port Guillaume just behind them. And then Dr. Dependable, the first one to opt out. Pure Deal was next and 3 lengths away. Chains of Honour, 2 to Blandford Lad, ridden quietly early. And ditto for Sky Hero, who's 5 lengths away. When they sort it out, Fabulot's going to get the front. He goes into Steeple Lane looking at the third flight. By a length to Out and Dreaming, who's going up second. The Mighty Spar will box seat. Rising Renown is there in the middle, and that leading quartet have skipped away a couple of lengths in front of Port Guillaume. Then Chains of Honour deep from Aldeas, who drifted back on the inside of Dr. Dependable. Pure Deal, Blandford Lad, and last was Sky Hero. The whole 11 of them have jumped the first 4 without a problem in the world. They're going to stride down to get a circuit to go in the Sovereign Resort. Galleywood, and it's Fabulot, the favourite in front. Out and Dreaming, Willie G, who produced a peach earlier on, has been able to drop down to the rails and give him the run of the race second. Rising Renown, 1.5 away third. Doesn't look like they're going all that hard yet. The Mighty Spar on the inside. Then Chains of Honour, who's 5th the outside. Port Guillaume underneath him, and Aldeas trying to poke up underneath the pair. Then Pure Deal. One further back to Dr. Dependable from the top weight, Blandford Lad. Sky Hero's tacked on, but he's last. Here's the 5th flight. Up and over goes Fabulot. He's slowly but surely increasing the tempo. He's out by 2.5 lengths to Out and Dreaming and Rising Renown. The Mighty Spar coming through on the inside. Out and Dreaming, happy to stay off. Then followed Port Guillaume, following up on the rails. A length further back to Chains of Honour, and then Aldeas in the gold. Pure Deal was next. 2 lengths to Dr. Dependable, 2 to Blandford Lad. 3 last of all was Sky Hero. Here's flight number 6 on the way around of 11, and Fabulot. He's turning the screws up a bit here. He's 2.5 lengths in front of Rising Renown, Out and Dreaming. The Mighty Spar for the Tangerine Army 4th. 2 lengths to Chains of Honour 5th. 1.5 Port Guillaume. 2 to Aldeas in the gold. 2 further back to Pure Deal in the famous Lambing Silks. Then Dr. Dependable in the famous pink and blue of Eric Musgrove. And next 2 Blandford Lad, the top weight. And 2 last of all was Sky Hero. So the treble up the back is next. Here's the first of them. Fabulot, not his best leap. He passes the gates that let them go a lap ago. Has 2 lengths on Rising Renown. 3rd placing Out and Dreaming, and 2 to Chains of Honour. Then the Mighty Spar off the bridle. Aldeas is getting into the open. Then Port Guillaume, Pure Deal with a lot to do. So too Dr. Dependable, Blandford Lad, and 4 to Sky Hero. Fabulot, he's trying to shake them off here. Rising Renown sticking with him. Out and Dreaming 3rd. They're going into Steeple Lane for the last 2. Chains of Honour 4th. Then Aldeas, the Mighty Spar. Port Guillaume heads the rest. Here's the second last. Fabulot only 3 parts in front. Rising Renown is coming after him. The 2 locals are going to jump the last together. Chains of Honour comes to 3rd. Then Out and Dreaming, Aldeas up to the last. Fabulot's gasping. The outside coming after them. Chains of Honour. Rising Renown in the middle. Then Out and Dreaming back to the inside. The Sovereign Resort Galleywood. The jumping's over. The long journey up the straight. Chains of Honour gets Rising Renown down the outside. Coming with a good run here is Port Guillaume. It's Chains of Honour, the leader. He's all out. Port Guillaume's coming through. Chains of Honour just in front of Port Guillaume. He'll see it out and hear it again. Chains of Honour for the Galleywood. A length Port Guillaume. 3 to Aldeas 3rd. Then the Mighty Spar, Rising Renown. Fabulot carved up from Out and Dreaming. Blandford Lad never came into it. Then Dr. Dependable, and Sky Hero was last every step of the way in another ripping jumps feature here at the Bull.
You just cannot beat them. Team Ma, as Declan gives them a big cheer. Kieran Ma has won another Galleywood to add to the Briley yesterday. The legend grows again, and Port Guillaume turned back the clock. He was bought originally to run in a Melbourne Cup. Aldeas runs 3rd. The Mighty Spar runs 4th. And like we saw in the Briley, Matty, a thrilling Galleywood.
Oh, that was absolutely amazing. And Kieran Ma, Jacko, what an absolute star. He can train anything. Him and Declan do such a wonderful job, and they've done it again. Another feature race.
Unbelievable, and I couldn't have this horse, partly because Willie McCarthy had sided with the Kiwi horse. You know, young Luke around him, I thought they were just giving him a big day out. But he rode this horse a treat. He was out the back early, he crept into the race, rode from jump to jump, and he rode him like a jockey with confidence that's been riding in these feature races all his life.
And Amy, this horse only had 3 jump starts before today. What an amazing training performance.
And I set myself up to look like an idiot because I thought he looked fat, so there you go. But I couldn't have him either, Shane, and I thought that there was a fair bit of improvement to come. But I mean, you never doubt Kieran Maher and his team, especially with these jumpers, and that's a huge thrill for Luca as well. I think that he must just be absolutely elated right now.
The favourite had every chance, but just he didn't jump as well. Maybe is what he can. He missed a couple of hurdles, but he had every chance. So a bit disappointing there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, chains of honour. Kieran Maher does it again. Another Galleywood win. Unbelievable scenes. And Richo, you're right out there amongst it, mate. These boys, they had a big day yesterday, a big night last night, and I reckon it's going to be even bigger tonight.
Oh, just absolutely brilliant. Deck, congratulations, Kieran, as well. Wow, did you expect that today?
I didn't, to be honest. Deck actually said the Galleywood's a winnable race this year, and I thought we were mad, but he couldn't go in the novice because he hadn't. There was a clause that there'd been 3 years between runs or something. But just to get a horse to do that, hasn't run over jumps for a couple of years in that sort of field. Phenomenal effort from the Deck and the Ballarat team, and how good from our man.
How have you done it, mate?
Well, I must give a shout out to, firstly, Luca. Super ride. He's a bloody good kid, and after today, I'm sure everyone sort of knows who he is now. He listens. He does everything you ask him. He's had over 100 rides in France, and geez, he's hit the board pretty good now. He's only had about 6 rides. He's won a Galleywood, and I must make mention too to Willie McCarthy. He done a lot of work on this horse, and he made the option to school it over fences the first time, and then then it won. Then we hurdle trialled it. So congratulations to all the owners too.
Yeah, I was going to say, who are these guys heckling?
The owners, he had a couple of years off for attendant, and the horse was syndicated. There's a heap of I think Annabelle's got a share, and there's a heap of Gerald Ryan,
Calvin McAvoy, Jack Turnbull, Dave Eustace,
Charlie Duckworth.
There's a big crew in it.
That is absolutely brilliant, mate.
Well done, mate. Well
done. Luca, describe that feeling, mate.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And you can't describe him. This feeling is amazing. He's an amazing horse. We have an amazing team. So thanks to everyone for that. And now you enjoy.
Have the Mar team been telling you about how important Warrnambool is for them?
Yeah, they'll tell me. They can tell me every time, every morning. So yeah, I know.
Describe the last 200 metres to us.
I come on the last 200. When I come to the last, I say I'm better. And he jumped very well the last. I say now I just need to keep going, and he do it. I see just my guy come inside. I say no, and he picks the bridle again and just finish well. So.
And he hasn't been jumping for what, 3 years? Is that how long? Two and a bit years?
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
Not a worry.
No, because we school him a lot. He do many jump out, so that help him a lot.
Look at our audience. We've got a very strong audience in France. You can send a French message to all your fans.
Merci tout le monde de me suivre. Et je vous aime fort. Vous savez, vous êtes sûrement mes amis ou ma famille, alors je vous aime fort.
Beautifully done. Congratulations. What a thrill, mate. You're in history books at Warrnambool.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm in history book.
Well done.
I tell you what, unbelievable scenes down here in the mounting yard. A very, very sensational victory. Another one from Kieran Maher, and I've got Mum and Dad, John and Eileen, and you two must be so proud of these boys. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes, very, very proud. You sometimes just wonder how and why it all happens, just marvellous, really good. So grateful.
And he just keeps rising, he just keeps going up a notch, doesn't he?
And he helps little Deck help Luca get the licence and all that, and here he is, only had a few rides and, come out, and I said we just can't wait to hear his speech when he does his acceptance speech on the dais, because he's got a beautiful French accent.
Hey, Eileen, you weren't here yesterday, but you made it out here today. You must be so proud of the boys as well.
Yes, that's for sure.
Just a wonderful achievement. Just a couple of young lads from the Bull, mate, with a bit of a love of horses. And
Winslow boys.
And the Winslow boys, mate. You still got the boys. Johnny's still out in the farm, isn't he?
Yeah, and Eamon's out in Newingle, and he's got the farm too. So, yeah, they're all good mates, and, it's a great win.
I reckon I better let you get over there and get amongst it, because I'm tipping it's going to be a hell of a party tonight. Are you going to be part of the celebrations, Johnny?
We'd have to go hard, wouldn't we?
Go hard or go home. That's what they say, mate.
No, it's great, really great. Congratulations to all the owners, and great to see those colours win another.
It's unreal, mate. Brilliant. Well done. Congratulations.
Never believed I'd be so lucky.
Good on you. Go and enjoy.
Good on you. Thanks, Matty.
Oh, what a win. Chains of honour. And for Luca, a moment he will never, ever forget. The Galleywood hurdle. And Kieran Maher, the legend, with his brother Declan supporting, continues to grow. The second feature of the Warrnambool May Carnival goes to the Maher family yet again. We're off to Murray Bridge. What a thrilling Galleywood.